So come give me love. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new stream today. We are back once again. Let's put on some nice music here. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Last day of the week here. We made, actually this week was a very good trading week. We made some decent amount of money here. However, today is the updated, or it's actually the best day of the week, at least in terms of news. All right, it's gonna get very wild here in a second. We have around 20 minutes to go here, roughly, a little bit more. So I want to get ready for, you know, the setups, potentially talking about what could potentially play out here in terms of course, the news. As you guys know, we have the following news coming out here. It's the non-farm payrolls. It's one of the most important news releases here. I'm very curious to what this will bring here, due to the fact that the dollar already has been coming down for a really significant amount of time here, like really significant amount of time here. So the fact that we are right now, anyways, let's talk about it later. We're going to talk about this later in a second. I hope you guys are all doing fantastic here. We are upgrading hard here. We are taking things to the next level here. I'm very excited to introduce to you also our limitless merch. It's absolutely incredible. We have been working very hard behind the scenes to get this done. Actually, it's going way faster than we had planned here. But hey, that's why we were completely prepared for everything that was coming. So no surprise, but absolutely amazing. And I want to thank you all for being part of our amazing community here. So for today, we have to be a little bit fast here. We have 15 minutes for potentially the news coming out here, because it's gonna get very interesting here. So let's go over that real quick and let's just turn up what we are doing here, because it's absolutely amazing. Looking at the dollar, ladies and gentlemen, let me put on another song here. This one right there. Let me check. There we go. All right, so the merch, absolutely amazing. Thank you all for the support here. I am super blessed to have you guys all being part of our community. We have been growing in a very rapid pace, not just on YouTube. That's not even the biggest growth. Like Discord, man. Discord and a community itself in our community. If you want to join our Discord for free, you can join. Links in the description. But that has been growing. We have over 5,000 members right now, which is absolutely incredible. So I'm very happy to be part of it. But regards to the dollar here, let's go over it real quick, because there are some very interesting setups that we're looking for right now, okay? And one of them is the dollar index, of course. This is one thing that I found very interesting right now here to take in consideration, all right? So let's go over the dollar and let's see what we can actually find here, because it is very interesting right now. Let's zoom out a little bit. Boom, perfect. So what are we seeing here is that we have been taking out that liquidity that we have been discussing already beforehand, okay? The liquidity here was taken, okay? Everything is taken here. All the stop losses are taken. So the moment we tapped into that zone and came back up, it left us with these two equal lows here. And whenever we're seeing equal lows, we know that there are a lot of stop losses built underneath that specific range. Well, that has been taken out right now. Now going to the next layer, is there more liquidity to find? Yes, there is. After or underneath this area of demand, which we bounced off from twice, we're seeing right now the same thing actually happening right here. We're seeing that we're actually bouncing again. Okay, we're bouncing from this zone until we broke through it to take out that liquidity underneath that zone. And of course, it was an aggressive move, right? So what are we seeing right now? Well, there was more liquidity built up right there. More equal lows built up right there at that specific moment as well. So now we are coming down. We are coming down into a very interesting area, which is, in my opinion, this particular level. This particular level right now at 104.2 is a very interesting level. It's pretty much the next zone of support for the dollar index here. So this area of demand is, in my opinion, going to be very strong. And the reason why is because this was the last lower low we created on the daily here. If you take that back to these highs here, what are we seeing? We're seeing also that it aligns perfectly with, of course, the 79% here. The 79% is a very interesting zone as well to take in consideration here. So the fact that we are right now there, you could see that pretty much at the 50 reaction, 62 reaction, 70.5 reaction. We're coming now back to the 79. So are we going to see a reaction? That's the question here. So what I wanted to see was the following. I wanted to come down potentially right now. So if you zoom in on the dollar, what do we want to see here? Well, in my opinion, looking on the lower time frame, where is the liquidity built? The liquidity is definitely built above. Okay, the liquidity is built on top here. We have been coming down slowly but steady here. Very slowly but steady here. All preparing for probably today's session in around about like 10 minutes from now. Okay, so the fact that we have built liquidity above that zone is very interesting. The fact that we're almost right now also at the daily area of demand is also very interesting here. So what do we want to see? Well, in terms of news, in my opinion, what we want is bullish news here. We want to look for bullish news. And the reason why is because there are a couple of setups that I found very, very interesting if, let's say, it's going to be bullish news coming out here. Hopefully, we have no certainty here. It can also be bearish, then it's probably getting invalidated here. But one of the setups I'm then looking for when, for example, the DXY is coming down to then come back up here is gold. So gold right now is in a very strong, interesting area of supply at this particular moment already. We have seen a strong reaction so far. We tapped into that zone, and again, we tapped into that specific area right here. And again, we're seeing the same thing right now happening right there. So again, we saw the particular zone. Gold is still underneath that area of supply, while the dollar is right now nearing that area of demand here. So if we know that we can find a bounce from that area of demand, or the dollar comes back up right now, what will happen is obviously that gold will make a move down here. So in terms of gold, this is quite interesting, right? So the fact that we can potentially come down, fill up that inefficiency right here after we saw that rejection initially from that area of supply is potentially very, very interesting here. So gold is definitely something on our radar right there. However, you know how it works when also with news and stuff, if you can come back down a little bit more to tap into the zone. I'm not sure if that will happen, but if something like that will occur, what will happen here is that you come back up first to take out the liquidity on top to then potentially reverse down. And let's see what we can find here. We can also come back down straight away, or if the news is negative, we will just see this as a bullish flag or a bull flag, whatever you guys call it, and then boom, continue back up here. So there are multiple scenarios here, but based on the news, we directly know what to do here and what kind of action we could potentially take here. So then we have the Japanese yen. There is definitely a correlation between an inverted correlation between the Japanese yen and the dollar, and it has to do with the government bonds and the treasury bonds and so on and so on. Don't want to really go too deep in it right now, but anyways, if the dollar is in an area of demand also, and we know that the Japanese yen is in a strong area of supply, which it is right now, then the Japanese yen could also be, of course, a very, very interesting, trade setup. But the Japanese yen is just a basket. So we should look for a pair that aligns with the Japanese yen very well. And if the Japanese yen is a, dominating pair here in comparison to another pair, then you can find out a potential opportunity here. So that is GJ, okay? Now GJ comes into play right here. So again, if you go to the 4 hour here on GJ, there we go. What do we see? We tapped into that strong area of demand while the Japanese yen was tapping into that area of supply here. So that's why we saw that bounce already from this particular zone. So what do we want to see right now? Actually, potentially a bullish dollar as well. So there are multiple setups that could potentially be very interesting if the dollar turns out to be bullish here. Okay, so that is pretty much what we are looking for. GJ, gold, potentially some EU and GU setups right here. So that is very, very interesting here in terms of what we can find here. For the rest, there are some other pairs here, such as, of course, EU, GU, AU, and so on and so on. And they're very, very similar here. And what I really, really like to see here, and why I believe that there is a big chance that the dollar can end up bullish here, is because you have to understand there is so much liquidity built up underneath as well for the euro, for the Australian dollar, for even GU here. You know, there are even equal lows here build up for GU as well. You know, a lot of liquidity is built up underneath right now, right? For the dollar itself, a lot of liquidity is built up above here, all right? Right now, also for a significant amount of time here. So I personally will be very surprised if the news is going to be negative. Like, really. I will be surprised here. It's definitely possible, but, you know, there is just so much liquidity built up above, you know, the dollar index, underneath the AU, EU, GU, even gold. And also, you know, if you look at the Japanese yen, also these like Japanese yen pairs right here. So very, very interesting here to see what we can expect here. However, keep in mind, there are some metrics you have to take consideration. And that is, of course, that we're nearing the yearly cycle, the yearly close of the potential cycle here. But hey, this is very interesting here. I do believe that there is a big chance we can see a bounce here. That's all I'm saying. That we can see definitely a bounce. But hey, let's see what will happen here. Hopefully it's bullish. If it's bearish, then yeah, we have to observe again the market here. Okay. But yeah, we had more bullish news than bearish news, and we still came down. So also, yeah, it's really a 50-50 here. But in the end, what I'm personally looking at is the liquidity. And if I look where the liquidity is built, it's definitely on the upside here. And definitely on the downside for a lot of other pairs here. So in terms of liquidity, I would be surprised as well if you potentially not take out some of it before continue to the downside anyway. So let's see in terms of gold here, in terms of GJ here, in terms of, you know, other pairs here. I'm actually very, very curious right now to what we can expect. So we're going to see it in 5 minutes. And it's going to be very, very interesting. So yes, let's see what we can find, ladies and gentlemen. Based on technical analysis, it seems the US dollar will be weak. Don't get fooled too early, guys. Maybe you're right. But a lot of guys also said when the dollar was going up, people said like, hey, some people said the dollar is reversing right now. And I remember that everyone said, probably everyone forgot it already, but everyone said here at this particular moment, no, we're coming back down to make a next leg up. We're going to go up more and more and more and more. The dollar is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. Now everyone suddenly says the dollar is going to get weaker and weaker. So it's really, we really have to pay close attention to where the liquidity is built, in my opinion. And I think the liquidity is definitely built to the upside right now. But hey, I could definitely be wrong. I'm not a magician in any way or form here. So a couple more minutes left. Gold is definitely looking interesting as well. Look at the daily here. Tarek says, none of us really know. I just highly doubt with the current economic situation that the dollar will get stronger. Well, actually, the dollar should become the strongest right now. If you know that the debt needs to be paid back of the interest rates, all the debt needs to pay back in dollars. So people, or the dollar is actually devaluating the other currencies here. People are going risk off putting their money into the dollar because they're afraid that stocks will go down. So the dollar should actually, by definition, go stronger in an economic, you know, in economic uncertainty here. So let's see. Lorenzo, will we have more YouTube education video in the future? Yes. Definitely, my man. Definitely, my man. 4 minutes till the news. Oh, 2 minutes already. Time is flying. But Tarek, you're completely right. I would also not be surprised if it's negative today. Because of the yearly cycle, they're trying to really manipulate price down. Normally when the dollar is actually, you know, when there is bullish news, there's way more bullish news this week than bearish news. and the dollar kept going down. So there is heavily, the price is getting heavily manipulated here. And they have all the reasons for it, of course. So yes, let's see here. Let's observe the market and let's just wait for the result. If you guys can support the channel, then please smash that like button. It would highly help me out as a, you know, creator, being here 4 days a week, 3-4 hours a day. So I would highly appreciate that. It's the only thing you would have to do here. Thank you. Tarek, yes, completely right, brother. React to price action here. All right. So the best thing to do is always put 2 scenarios in play here. But wow, what a lot of liquidity, man. A lot of liquidity built up here. But hey, last 4 or 5 times here we saw that the dollar was bullish and it still came down. But it means that it doesn't always have to follow what the news says here. I'm excited. Let's see if it's bullish or bearish here. And let's see what we can react. If we can actually take out potentially that liquidity here, that would be very, very interesting here. There we go, bullish. I can tell you that already. There we go. Bullish news, ladies and gentlemen. This is big. There we go. We are back here. Look what happened. Look at the liquidity, ladies and gentlemen. Liquidity has been taken out here. GU has been taken out here. GJ going up here. The Japanese yen is gonna go down here. These are just the facts of what we're seeing right now. Daily levels here. Look at that reaction so far here. Absolutely, absolutely incredible what we are currently seeing right now happening here. Ladies and gentlemen, it is doing what we wanted it to do actually. Taking out that liquidity that was built there. Taking out the gold. Coming back up. GU down. EU down. Where's EU? Liquidity taken at EU here. Where's EU as well? And liquidity taken at EU here. So that's what we're talking about. That's the liquidity we are constantly talking about here. Okay? This looks like CPI here. That's exactly what we're talking about here. Look at that, guys. Look at where the liquidity was built here. That's incredible. That's incredible. Liquidity was already taken out. We came back down here. We tapped into that zone. Gold came down here. GJ is definitely something I'm very interested in right now. I'm very interested in GJ here as well to add on. EU gone. All the liquidity taken out here. As clean as it gets. The dollar, yes, obviously. Look at that trend that was built up here. All the stop losses were built here. Taken out in a matter of seconds here. Gold was constantly above the daily area of demand of supply here. What happened? It broke. It took it out. Everything taken here. Imbalance filled in a matter of seconds as well. Alright? So there we go. That is the news, ladies and gentlemen. That is liquidity built up on gold, EU, GU, AU, the dollar index by itself, the Japanese yen basket, GJ, and so on and so on and so on here. Let's keep a very close eye on it. Look how it's going, guys. Look how this is going here. Look at that. That's a candle right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is an actual candle right there. Wow. Should I take profit now? We'll definitely take some profits right now. Yes. Take 50% profits right now. Or whatever you prefer here. Absolutely. Because price can always reverse, especially after a massive explosion like you're seeing here. Don't get greedy right now. Do not get greedy. But however, do not close your complete position here. Okay? Definitely take some profits. There's nothing wrong with taking some profits here. It's weekend. You're gonna have a very, very good sleep this Friday, tonight. If you do so. Okay? Definitely take some profits. Because this candle will come down someday or somehow at some point. Okay? So I'm looking at GJ as well too as an extra trade here. Okay? I'm waiting for it to cool down here. I'm looking for GJ here. I'm looking at a particular move here for GJ. And the reason why is because of the Japanese yen basket. The dollar coming up is weaker for the Japanese yen. I like the reaction tapping into this area of supply here. And that's why GJ is one of my really spot on pairs here. Gold was one of my pairs. I had a small position on gold. I took pretty much just one lot on gold here. That's what I do. I never risk an extreme amount of money here. But I risk what I can afford here to lose. So whatever happened, happened. Took some gold, took gold position here. Gold actually took out immediately all that imbalance here. What I'm looking for right now is to actually look for the continuation for GJ. So that's the next step for me personally here. Looking for the continuation for GJ. After the dollar made such a massive run up here. This is absolutely incredible here. So definitely, guys, definitely right now, take some profits, please. All right. It's never wrong to take profits here. It's always good here. You're entering right now also an interesting zone right now. We're gonna enter a significant zone right here very, very shortly. Okay. Take some profits here. Secure your trade already. Stop loss on break even and so on and so on. For your remaining position. And keep the rest open for now. And see how it develops here. Okay? This was massive. This was absolutely massive here. This is pretty much our prediction here. Absolutely amazing. But hey, I also said, hey, it could always turn the other way around. We're no magicians here. But if you look at the liquidity on all sides, you know, the liquidity was built everywhere. The liquidity was built underneath here. Liquidity was built above this area in the dollar. Euro, liquidity was built here. GJ had equal lows, right? GJ had equal lows sitting there. Very important. Australian dollar, US dollar. Had massive amount of liquidity built up underneath. Imbalance underneath. So the way you look at the market is always to understand that before big news is to start looking at where is the liquidity built, where is the inefficiency built, are many different pairs aligning with each other. You know that this is a massive news release here. This is big, right? A lot of people don't even trade this because it's too extreme. You have to understand then, are there many pairs aligning in terms of the liquidity that is built above that particular area? In this case, yes, definitely. One particular candle on the 50-minute. I haven't seen a significant candle like this in a very, very long time. Besides the CPI of, I think, 2 months ago. So yes, congrats for everyone. I took some profits. I hope you guys take some profits too. Right now, simply looking for the GJ continuation here. Has nothing to do directly with the dollar, but indirectly the Japanese yen basket has to do, or has a kind of an inverse correlation with the dollar index. So that's why I like this pair right now. I like GJ right now. But that's potentially a setup that I'm looking for right now. Okay, besides the gold trade, that's what we are potentially looking for here. Congrats on everyone who took this trade, took their profits already. You secured the bags. The volume will decrease slowly right now. In the meantime, we're gonna look at some other pairs here. GJ is definitely something on my radar right now. There we go. So yeah, GJ is the next trade potentially that we're looking for. Why? Well, simply we broke this high. We broke a high here. We came down, tapped into an area of demand. We created a beautiful 15-minute area of demand here, and we shoot up here. So if we come back down and we start to consolidate here, then I'm looking for a position, a potential trade continuation for for GJ here to the upside, whereas the Japanese yen, I expect continuation here to the downside right now. Okay. Again, the liquidity is also built underneath for Japanese yen here. We tapped into the daily area of supply here. We need a needed money some. Have you taken any trades? We took a gold trade. We secured some of our profits right now. We are going to keep a little bit open as well, as we're going to extend with our GJ position. We're going to put on the money song here. So yeah, the Japanese yen is in the beautiful area of supply right here. This will be good for GJ right now. Bungie says, for how many hours are you intended to hold the GJ? I'm not in GJ yet at the moment. We were in gold here. But I'm looking to enter GJ here. Jinx said, sir, do you think the dollar index will go even higher? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know this. That's why you always have to secure your bag, take some profits, and leave the rest running. But keep in mind, this is a massive, massive candle here. Okay? Massive amount of inefficiency as well. A very, very aggressive move to the upside here. So hey, be a little bit patient here and understand that at some point we will come down potentially to fill up some of that inefficiency here from this particular move right there. That could definitely be the case here. Thank you for the likes, guys. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the support here. If you want to support the channel, you know where to click on the like button, because it truly helps us to grow our community even further. As we are actually already grew a lot in the last 4 months. We started 4 months ago, a little bit more than 4 months ago. So yes, thank you for that. Really do appreciate it. That was a beautiful call here. I'm very happy that, you know, we took the liquidity here. And that we came down to prepare for this news to then come up here. In terms of what will happen with the dollar news right now, or sorry, with the open of the New York session, I'm not that sure, to be honest, yet. There is a big chance we can also make a move down again as well. That's why I would really want you to take some profits here. Alright, so in terms of GJ, if the dollar comes down a little bit, then GJ will also try to come down a little bit more. Oh, video says, brother, you're amazing. By the way, love your accent. Thank you so much, my bro. That's a Dutch accent right there. Dabi says, hey Lorenzo, what is your main strategy on trading? I have multiple different strategies, man. I use this one as an SMC trade here. Sometimes I use, you know, scalping strategies and London, Asia open manipulation, or New York open manipulation of the London open. Sorry, the London close or open, right? Or the London high or low. Try to combine a couple of strategies together. On stream lately, we have been scalping a lot. Are you going for a bigger target for GJ? Yes, definitely. I just expected pretty much a move here from the Japanese yen. But it's not that I expect the Japanese yen to completely reverse back to the upside, because the fundamentals of the Japanese yen are very weak still. It just has to do with the dollar. Okay, if the dollar keeps showing a significant amount of weakness or strength, and weakness, for example, weakness, right? Then the Japanese yen will go up, because it will be better for the Japanese yen to do so. And for other potential pairs as well. But if the dollar recovers, then the Japanese yen is the first currency that will get wrecked again. So that's why I'm really focusing on the Japanese yen, especially here. And pairs related to the Japanese yen as well. So that's why GJ is something that I'm very looking forward to here. Your patience always helps me to calm down and avoid rushing into a bad trade. Well, we took a position here with the news here. But yes, we are in essence very patient for our bigger setups. Okay, for scalping, not really. We chase in the market. When scalping, we chase the market. We did 126 trades in the last couple of weeks, right? The last 2 months here. So, I mean, that's a significant amount of trades. So that's chasing the market. But in terms of news and news releases and SMC, what we're doing here, then it's definitely more patient here. A patience game. What pairs can a Japanese yen basket affect? Well, definitely all the pairs related to the Japanese yen, right? So, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, Euro, Japanese yen, GJ, and so on and so on. Alright, so could you maybe show us where you took the news trade? Why? Yeah, we talked about it at the beginning of the stream. And that was, of course, gold. So gold was up in an area of demand, or supply. It's a very strong area of supply here. Okay, we came back here into that zone. Extremely strong area of supply here. We came back down significantly. We tested it once. We came back down all the way. We start building liquidity in the upside. We took it out and we tapped in it again. We tapped in it yesterday already. So it was not that we just tapped into this particular move here. We tapped in it yesterday already. And what we started to do was consolidate there. We started to form some sort of double top, position. So the moment we broke this level, boom, immediately we went for the stars here and we shoot down here. And that is, of course, also because of the dollar, of course, being on the opposite side, breaking these significant highs here, right? If the dollar goes up, gold goes down. Always the case, right? Or 99% the case. Sometimes there is a decoupling, but that's another story. It has to do with oil. But anyways, when you're seeing this here, all the liquidity was built up underneath. So the moment we started breaking this trend or this liquidity pool, that was the ideal scenario where we start breaking this particular level for gold, which was a beautiful trigger for gold to get triggered into your position here, and triggered into a stop order right there. Majid says, you're not in the New York session a few days. Why? Yesterday we did the London indeed. Correct. We did the London session here. We did the New York in Discord. We also have a Discord community. You guys are free to join here. We're sharing a lot of charts here right there on a regular basis. We share a weekly analysis every Sunday or Monday. All the pairs that we're looking for. The 2 of the 4 trades that we set up in here played out perfectly. So that's also very, very nice. We are trading live also in the V2 section in our Discord right now. There are a lot of people in there at this particular moment. Chilling at the moment as well. So this is what we're doing here. So when I'm live here, I'm actually trading the London, and when I'm trading London, I'm actually when I'm actually trading in New York in Discord, I'm observing and analyzing the market on YouTube here live during the New York. When is the SMC rules coming out? Well, it's not particularly sure what particular date yet. I hope you guys liked the live trading so far. Next week we're gonna start with the prop firm challenges as well. We catch this GJ trade to the downside yesterday. Was a relatively big trade. Yeah, it was a big trade. It was a big trade here. I just want to show you guys something here. What I'm doing always on a regular basis is I'm always selling partially. So I never sell everything at once. I always build my position up and I build it out. I'm sharing, or I'm actually executing trades, and I'm exiting my trades also partially at all times here. So I'm starting to build up here. As you guys see here, I sold GJ 2.15 lots. I sold one of 1.15 there. And then I was building out 0.5, 0.25, 0.25, and so on and so on. So that's the way I built up my position, and I actually exited as well. And right now we're looking for the reversal again. Right now we're looking for the reversal coming back down, tapping into that zone, and then looking for the upside momentum here. Elitix says, Lorenzo, I heard some traders say that December is the worst month to trade. What do you think? I definitely think that is correct. However, not the first week of December. It starts to come around the midday, so the midweek of December, the mid-month of December here. So I think next week is still maybe the last week where we can really try to make a beautiful, beautiful week of trading here. And then the week after, I think we should be a little bit more careful here. So the first two weeks are fine. The second 2 weeks. Dimitri says, yo, I got a question. Was a big hype about the V2, which I was hyped as well, but what exactly has changed? Well, we never really live traded in the Discord, really. It was not organized, was not structured here. There was no structure in terms of a calendar there. We released a prop firm video series. We're gonna release an SMC video series in phases as well. All the information is in there, and you know exactly that we're releasing the V2 step by step here. And it was $59 for a lifetime access as well. Dimitri, I think you should look in our V2 announcements and stuff, where I talk about the fact that we're gonna release things step by step here. If you don't like it, please let me know as well. Send me a message, and we can get things sorted. Dimitri, what did you expect? Let me know what you expected personally here. Then we can see what we can do here, what we can discuss here. EJ Boost, let me know what you expected then. Let me know. Because maybe you guys are not completely updated. We're still waiting for GJ here. Keep in mind also, guys, that I'm also streaming right now I'm also streaming every day right now, also in the London session. So when I'm doing the London session in Discord, I'm doing the New York session here. So I'm streaming all day, every day for you guys, to give you guys as much value as possible, keeping you guys updated, looking for setups, setting out structures, looking for the highest probability setups as well as a complete video series that is gonna come here. Already a video series that is released here. I don't believe that you can get anything better for $59 for lifetime access. Anything better. I do not believe it. If you are disagreeing, then I would love to show me exactly which one does. For that amount here. I'm comparing stuff literally with some of the guys that are selling $1,000 courses and so on and so on. Just courses. Without even trading together. So I think it's all about perspective here. I spend a lot of my time trying to help you guys out when I'm also not on YouTube here. A lot of my time. A lot of effort goes into it. You might not think so, but a lot of effort is going into that scene right there. I expected a signals channel with the prop from chat. I thought we're gonna all take a challenge, which we're gonna do. And do them together, which we're gonna do. So again, read the chat, read the announcements. Have you watched the video series as well? Because I constantly say in the video series, we're gonna do prop firm challenges together. Constantly. So I don't think you have watched it. The reason why I react like this is just because I put my heart into this whole community. I really put my heart into everything here to help people out here for nothing. I do not even make really that much money out of it. Because we're paying also the people that are working. People need to be paid. So that's the reason here. I hope you guys understand. Money just fall on you. Not a thing I won't do. Ooh yeah, I just wanna call on you. Let me do it all for you. Can't nobody ball on you. Ooh yeah, she the girl in my visions. Now that I found you, I'm feeling for all your attention. Yeah, hope you don't mind if I give you a tour of my mansion. Yeah, all of this for you, babe. Nothing I won't do, babe. Weak for your love. Everywhere we go, it be alright. Yeah, can't help it with your body. Just wanna make you happy. I just wanna. All right, guys, we're gonna look for GJ very shortly here. I like this beautiful setup. I like this confirmation. This is pretty much a confirmation that we're looking for here. When you tap into that 4-hour area of demand, you start to consolidate, you come down, you shoot up, you break some highs here. And right now here you have a beautiful area of demand right here, while the Japanese yen is potentially coming and tapping into this particular zone here. Which is also a very, very interesting zone right now. So we have this particular area right now. We should definitely take consideration here. It is on the 2-hour. Hopefully we can align here a little bit. And we will find a beautiful retracement and an alignment with the Japanese yen and GJ right here. Tapping into this area to coming down to target this imbalance here and to maybe come back down even more, as there is a lot of liquidity built up underneath that specific range right there. Okay.
Let me do it all for you. Can't nobody ball on you. Ooh yeah. Just wanna call on you. To the bank like ha 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 ha. Go go. Laugh it to the bank like ha 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 ha. Yeah, I got it in 10s, 20, 50, 100.
Okay, we're waiting for GJ a little bit. We're gonna wait a couple of minutes. We're gonna write exactly down, and then we're gonna look at some other setups as well. We're gonna analyze the market a little bit. Gold still looking amazing. Dollar is indeed right now making some potential move to the downside here. There is a big chance that this is the moment. So this was indeed the best moment right here to take some profits. I hope you guys did, because that's absolutely, if you did, absolutely fantastic here. Then yeah, potentially we can see another, you know, short-term retracement to the downside when the market opens here in like 25 minutes from now. I would not be surprised if that's the case here, if the dollar starts pumping. Also the indices. I would like to go over the indices in a second here, all right, to fully analyze what's going on there as well.
Like a metal, little this and this, little Ricky Rick. It's my grandmama, I'm her Nicky Nick. I just wanna love, but I've been hit or miss. I might up and leave, maybe take a pic, laugh it to the bank like ha 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 ha. Go go, laugh it to the bank like ha 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 ha. Yeah, I got it in 10s, 20, 50, 100s, 10s, 20. 50, 100s, 10s, 20, 50, 100s, 10s, 20, 50, 100s.
Okay, GJ's got it looking actually very good here. I do like what I see here. I like that rejection here. So it's looking very, very nice. Definitely keep an eye, a very close eye on this setup right there. We're gonna go over the indices real quick in a second here. Also, guys, it's all good. It's all good in the chat here. No need to It's all good, bro. It's all good. Okay. We're back. Okay, let's go to the indices right here. Let's have a look here. Wow. Okay, we have taken out the liquidity here for the US 100. Wow. Look at that massive coming down here significantly. Look at that one. Also, guys, where was the liquidity built? Of course, underneath as well. How do we call this pattern? You guys know exactly how we call this pattern. It could not be cleaner today. I'm gonna tell you, is Bitcoin doing the same thing? Kind of, not really. But you guys know what this pattern is called, obviously, right? It's the best pattern out there. The pattern of patterns, my favorite pattern. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about here. That can only be one pattern, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, our Bart Simpson pattern right there. Okay? That's how our favorite pattern is looking like. So keep this in mind, because maybe I will ever ask this on a giveaway. So write it down. Okay, what is my favorite chart pattern? It is by far, indeed, the Bart Simpson pattern. You guys all know about it as well. It's one of the best patterns out there, and they're actually a very, very high win rate if you notice these particular moves here. So this is exactly what we've seen here. It's crazy, but it's true, and people are trading these type of patterns with a decent amount of win rate as well. So yeah, it's actually true. But this is what we're seeing here right now. So what's next? Let's have a look at it. Absolutely amazing pattern, by the way. Really, really nice. One of the best. And look how accurate it is. Look how accurate it is looking at the US 100 here. Look at the difference here. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Somewhere you come up, you take out the highs first, you start to consolidate, and then you drop. Back all the way down towards this zone here, actually bouncing from this particular level, which is just a regular horizontal support level right there. So right now we are right there again. I would not look for any potential trades right now. It's definitely on the late side here. There is still more room to the downside here. If you take the swing low to swing high here right now, we are at the equilibrium. We came back down. We are now bouncing above the equilibrium right here. So I do believe that this is, definitely needs some rest here. You need to come down a little bit more. I actually want to see it coming down a little bit more. Somewhere around to this particular range right here, okay? Because this is just the 50-minute. We have a bigger zone right underneath and a lot of liquidity built up there. So keep in mind that after this move here, it's going to get very hard right now for the indices to come back up all the way, and to continue straight away now to the upside, in my opinion here. I think that there is a big chance we can come down a little bit more, taking out or filling up some more of that inefficiency right here. Okay, so very, very interesting in terms the indices right here. We also have gold was actually looking very similar, right? Very, very, very similar here right now. But yeah, gold is definitely coming and tapping into this area of demand right now. So if you are also in gold, then also just take some profits like I did as well right here, because you never know what can happen right now. You can easily come back up to reverse and so on, or almost come back down to break even again. It will be not nice if you are losing any particular profits right here. Okay. even though it might look like we're coming back up right now significantly, I do believe that we can still make a retracement right here for the Japanese yen. Especially in 15 minutes, when actually the news will come up here. Okay. So yes, for that particular reason, I really like this setup here for the Japanese yen here, or GJ here. Sorry, it's definitely something that I'm interested in right now. The most of all the setups I'm looking for here. What confirmation I'm looking for? I'm actually looking for the alignment between the Japanese yen tapping into that area of supply and GJ tapping into this area of demand, or in one of these areas of demand underneath this zone. There are multiple zones that we could take consideration here in order to make a trade and an entry here. So the entry will be determined at the pretty much on the moment when we tap into this zone here. So we can be here, but we can also be a little bit lower. That's pretty much the idea that we're looking for here. Why are you considering GJ better than setup than EJ. Well, okay, I'll show you why. Because the reason why I'm looking at the GJ here is because I feel like there is more upside potential in terms of the British pound against the Japanese yen here, due to the fact that we already tapped into that zone beautifully and we're aligning very, very well and very clean here. Whereas I feel that if you look at this, tapping into that zone, beautiful, coming down, coming up, tap to that area, reacting from that zone here, and so on and so on. If you look at EJ, you will see something similar. However, what I do not like here is that we have equal lows right now built up here. We have pretty much equal lows built up here. There is more liquidity, I think, underneath this area here. And I also believe that we have still some inefficiency to be filled up underneath that specific range as well right here. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm more looking into right now GJ, as GJ is already tapping into an earlier area of demand beforehand, whereas EJ has, in my opinion, some more downside potential still. A little bit weaker, and that makes sense, right? Because if the dollar would go up again, then it could be not good for the euro, and therefore that could be showing, you know, a little bit of a weaker euro as well. Buying gold, I would definitely not look for any buy on gold. I think it's pretty risky, and the reason why, because there is still more downside potential, and with the open potentially in 10 minutes here, I mean, we could still see definitely some more volatility incoming as well. Are you thinking bullish DXY with market open, or just wait and see? I will definitely be patient here. It could definitely just flip, right? Do we buy GJ? Yes, we're looking to buy here. Yes, definitely. It's an easy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. We're chilling here. We're chilling. News came out. We took a gold sell. That played out. All the liquidity was built up above. The dollar on gold, all the liquidity was built up underneath. GU underneath. EU, AU, and so on and so on. This will also have a really good effect, or bullish effect, on GJ. So yes. Discord is free to use, or maybe not. Yes, we have a free section, we have a paid section. However, the paid section is closed. We do not accept any new people anymore until we decide to open up again. The reason why, because there are a lot of people in already right now, and we need to manage it and structure it in a way where we are, you know, where we can build steadily and, of course, deliver more value over time consistently. So for the free section, however, we still share a lot of information. All right. Even what I share for free, a lot of guys want money for that as well. I share my weekly analysis every single week. We have the Manta charts and so on and so on. So these are all types of things that you can find here. So this weekend, I'm gonna again make the weekly analysis. You can find pretty much all the setups I'm looking for. But of course, during the week, a lot of new things happen, right? So that's the other part pretty much there. But this is the weekly analysis here. We're gonna give you guys a couple of chart setups that I'm looking for every Sunday, so you can take that in consideration for the next week. And this week was very good. 2 of the 4 played out. On average, 4 to 1 risk to reward. So very, very clean here. If you want to join, links in the description. So we are still waiting. The open is going to be in 7 minutes. I think that this will be potentially the moment where the Japanese yen will make a short-term move up here. So once we are here, we are going to wait for the Japanese yen to see how it pretty much reacts towards this particular zone. To then see how we can take a position on the Japanese yen here. Hey Lorenzo, do you watch Formula 1 and are you a Max fan? I mean, I do not really watch it. I do not really watch it, but I like it. Yes, I do like it. I definitely like it. How can you not like cars, right? Fast cars. So yes, I do like it a lot. But it's not that I would like to say, okay, I'm gonna watch every whatever every month. Talking about fighting though, it's a completely different story. All right, 6 minutes here till the actual news here coming out here, or news, sorry, the open here. So that's gonna increase some more volume again. That could push potentially the dollar more down. Gonna be very interesting here. So I hope you guys sold already. Hope you guys made some profits, sold already, and keep the rest open here. Jamie says, I'm going to the Fury Chisora fight tomorrow. Wow, nice, brother. Amazing. Fury is going to destroy him, of course. Sinful says, can you give a short opinion about the gold 1 minute chart? Yes, we can, definitely. If you break this level, you can use that in advantage here. You can actually put, no, maybe take a trade here potentially if you want. You can break this level, you can put your stop loss under the last low and you target the only inefficiency right here. Not completely, but go for a 1-to-1 minimum. That could be an interesting trade. This is pretty much the trade that we're always trading. Because we're seeing that there are a lot of orders are getting filled right now. We're seeing a lot of accumulation happening here right now. If we then break this high here and we take out then it's just only an efficiency here. Does not really matter on which time frame. So yes, if you break that high, then all these areas of resistance are broken here. And you can, in my opinion, just, you know, go for a 1-to-1 here. So this could be a scalping trade that we could take here, depending on the dollar index and on what we're seeing on the dollar also on the lower time frame. And we're gonna find out very shortly with the open here of the dollar here. So yeah, that could be a trade for gold indeed on the lower time frame. That could be a scalping setup we're looking for if you break that high here, because then you break this high, you can put your stop loss under the last low. That's significant. That makes sense here. And that's definitely true here. That's definitely a potential trade that you can take as well. We have news. We're opening in 3 minutes. Looking forward to the potential volume. Wesley says, need a USA versus Netherlands prediction before the end of the stream. I think 2-0 for Netherlands. And I'm not saying it because I'm Dutch. Let me be honest here. I'm not saying it because I'm Dutch. Okay, 1 minute. Let's see if the volume will increase here. I would definitely go into a buy order, a buy stop here. If he can get up there and we break that zone, I'm definitely looking at a buy order here. Potentially even a little bit higher. Sorry, buy stop. Tarek says, Lorenzo, can you believe this? I had a stop loss of 1796 on my gold buy position and it closed my position at 1786. That's, yes, that's definitely, bro, this is news, man. 100%. 100% here. That's news. You have to be very careful here indeed. That's why I only traded one lot as well. Okay, I think that this is definitely what I'm going to share here. Even if this would not play out during the stream here in terms of GJ, we're going to look for gold as well here right now. But if GJ will not play out, then I'm definitely going to share this with you guys. So if you want to find this right now, we can look at it in the Manta charts right here. Posting our setups right there if you're looking for new potential trades and so on and so on here. So welcome to all the new members here. And also guys, follow me on Twitter because all the giveaways that we're doing on a regular basis, we're giving away magic keys. We gave away actually already limitless merch as well, a hoodie and a t-shirt as well. It all happens on my Twitter. So if you want to be part of that, you can find my links in the description here, or you can join me, follow me on Twitter. Because Elon Musk bought Twitter. And, you know, it's worth to give it a go here. So I'm definitely trying to come back and to build something. So today's been pretty relaxing day here in terms of looking at our setups. We already traded the news here, so that already played out. It's Friday. We're just gonna look for 2 more setups here to play out here and to see how it goes. But we're still gonna be here for you guys. And so are you still holding your long on gold from the bottom? Yes, sir. We're still holding gold here. This is a swing trade. We're really trying to catch the bottom here, and I do believe that this will be the bottom. This was the bottom here. I really do believe that. Because if you look at gold here on the weekly, then what I really like is what I saw here was, of course, that beautiful zone. Tapping into that area, coming back down, coming back up here. 70.5, 79%. Tapping into that range. Absolutely fantastic. Filling up all that liquidity here. Which is exactly what I wanted to see right there. All that liquidity filled up here. Tapping into that area, 70.5, 79% on the weekly. We stayed there for a while and then boom, we accumulated enough positions here to then move price back up here. So in my opinion, that was pretty much the bottom. But it doesn't mean I could counter trade my position, for example. Because I definitely do believe that that's a possibility there. So that's gold right now, and that's also something that I'm looking for right now with oil. So I want to talk about oil as well a little bit. So in terms of oil, let me put on, let me give 1 second here. So in terms of oil, this is what I shared for you guys as well in the meta charts. We talked about oil here. Let me see if I can put it up for you guys. This is, by the way, free. Everyone can join here. Everyone can watch this every Sunday or Monday. I'm sharing this for you guys on a consistent basis. Pretty much never missed a single week sharing the weekly analysis for you guys. The weekly breakdown here. And we were talking about oil. Coming back into that zone here. So if you look at the daily, let me see if I can catch this for you guys as well, so you can exactly see what I mean here. That is that particular zone that we are looking for right here. And if you look on the weekly, you could see that this is exactly the trade. There we go. This is exactly that particular setup right there that we have been discussing here. And we are coming back down right now already for oil here. We saw that particular move. And right now we are actually reacting from the zone as well, which is really good to see. So what happened? Right now, we saw that we actually created a higher high as well right now. We are coming back higher. We're filling up more inefficiency here. So what I'm looking for right now is, again, the retracement to the downside here. I think there is a chance that we can come back down a little bit to then look for the continuation, because this was the weekly bounce that we have seen here, and that was a significant bounce here. I do expect that we can take out and target some of these particular levels somewhere around this zone here. So if you draw the Fibonacci from swing high to all the way down right now, I think we can come back up towards this particular level here, around the 100. Pretty much a psychological level here, right? The 100 mark. I do believe that we can make a move back up towards a particular range. Right there to potentially come into that zone and to then potentially, you know, make a retracement here. But anyways, right now this is on the weekly. This will take a decent amount of time. We will not just get there in a second, of course. So what we are seeing here is the fact that we are potentially tapping into that zone, come back down. We have our swing low to swing high right here. We can look for a new setup also on the lower time frames. You know, we have to come back down a little bit towards the equilibrium, in my opinion. That is, of course, the 2 hour right here, tapping into that zone. Liquidity is, of course, built up underneath, as well as this particular moment right now. So I would not be surprised if we make a move particularly down here in the short term to potentially then at this specific moment really come into that zone here to then start looking. So I will definitely take this with our next weekly analysis here to definitely discuss potentially what is actually going to happen there. So that's all in our Discord. You guys can join for free right there. We have a paid section, however, our paid section is closed right now at this particular moment. But anyways, our free section is very, very nice. Our weekly analysis, our meta charts, and so on and so on. You will find it all there. So you know exactly what kind of setups I'm looking forward to every single week here. The Euro Australian dollar was a very good one. A very, very good setup. The Australian dollar against the Japanese yen was a very good setup as well. So yes, that's the oil. I'm actually very interested in oil as well. In the meantime, what we're doing right now is we're looking for some scalping setups. We're looking for gold. We're looking for GJ. Both we have to be a little bit patient here. But all in all, I will not be surprised if they would come into play very shortly. Long or short on gold? On the lower time frame, like I would definitely say long when we break particular highs. On the lower time frame, only when we break the 1788, I would go into a potential buy stop right here. But overall, I'm still in the short term, like medium term on the 1 hour, let's say, I'm still short here. I'm still looking for a short continuation. Most of the volume is already behind us due to the fact that it's Friday. The news has come. Massive news has come already. So everything was prepared for this particular move here. When will V2 be open? We do not have a date yet. However, you will be notified in our Discord if you are already in our Discord right here. Do you think we get much volume before the New Year close? I do not really think so. I think, however, though, in the next 20 minutes, it will still be there. I think it will definitely will come here. In terms of GU, look at GU as well. It's already relatively similar here towards, you know, what we're seeing already happening right now. We are coming up here potentially. We came back up towards the 50, pretty much from the high. We tapped into the zone. You can see the swing high to swing low right here. Look at if you zoom in as well. This is swing high, this is swing low. Look at that, 50 right there. This was the high. You can see clearly that this is the area where we're actually bouncing from right now. This is where the most resistance is coming into play right now. So yes, it pulled back to the 50 here. Based on the dollar right now, we can make a decision to what we're gonna do here. There is still some more inefficiency to be filled here. However, it is a beautiful expansion to the downside. Really, really nice here. And this is definitely a beautiful area of supply right now, but it still requires to come back up a little bit more. And that could turn into a beautiful trade here as well. What if I made a payment for V2 today? Just send me a message on Discord. Because it should not be possible. If so, there is a glitch. So send me a message on Discord here. Okay guys, we have our setups ready. We know exactly what we are waiting for. So in the meantime, please send me your charts, send me your analysis, or send me your questions. We can go over it right now, especially on a beautiful, beautiful Friday. Definitely something that we're looking for. All right, we're gonna change the dynamic. Because it's Q&A time right now, all right? So ask me anything you want here, and we can move on and wait while we're waiting for our setups as well. We can go over a few other charts for you guys. Australian dollar, US dollar, yes. How do you decide whether to go for a confirmation or aggressive entry? That's a good question. How do you get testosterone levels as me? That's a very good question. We can talk about this. So in terms of confirmation or aggressive entries, there are a couple things I always look out for. And one of these things that I mainly want to see here is, first of all, I have to understand the market sentiment, okay? So in terms of the actual market sentiment here, we need to understand exactly what's happening in terms of volume. We're seeing lately that a lot of areas of supply and demand are getting taken out by the wick, right? So a lot of people are losing their position or getting stopped out, and then it finally reverses into that direction here. So in most cases, I tend to wait for confirmations already. However, the only time when I will not do that if the correlation is very accurate and strong. So that is when, for example, the GJ trade, right now, as you guys can see here, is in an area of demand, while the Japanese yen will then be in that area of supply. That's the moment when I will not wait for that particular confirmation, because I do know and understand that the Japanese yen already got rejected by an area of supply on the daily. Right now came back down and then gets rejected here. And it aligns beautifully with that GJ tapping into an area of demand here. So for me, that's an aggressive entry, if you can call it that. However, for example, if you look on the daily here for the Japanese yen, let's see if this is the right, if this is a good example. Actually, gold is a good example here. Let me go over gold right now. Actually, gold is not really a good example anyways, but most of the time I look at a couple of things that I have to take consideration. And that is simply by looking, is there a lot of liquidity built up above that area of supply in this case, right? If that will be the case, then I would definitely look for a potential, confirmation trade, because I do not want to get stopped out, because I know that there's more liquidity that can be taken out above. This is also a very, very important, reason. Imbalance, inefficiency above that zone. Very easily, the fact that sometimes it will come up to take out that inefficiency, filling up that fair value gap above that area of supply. Again, that's why I want to wait for confirmation. So there are a lot of confluence you can take into consideration as well. Also, the other one is very important, is by looking at a swing high to swing low, or swing low to swing high, Fibonacci. If you are just at the 50%, so just at the equilibrium, I would always wait for a confirmation, because you can go actually way higher, right? You can go into the 618 or the 17.5 and the 79%. I actually made a video about this on my YouTube channel where I talk about Fibonacci, so you understand what I mean, what I'm talking about here. But in essence, these confluences can all be used together to determine if you want to wait for confirmation or if you want to actually, take an aggressive entry. There are then all two different types of potential confirmations that you can actually wait for here. Okay, one of them is a supply and demand confirmation. So if you want to wait for a supply and demand confirmation, what you're looking for is pretty much the following here. That's pretty much the typical confirmation here. So that's pretty much, you wait for a price to reach a higher time frame area of supply. You wait for a lower time frame break of structure or change of character to the downside. You wait for the retracement back up. Then you look to enter, and then you take it and write it down here. That's confirmation number one you can potentially trade here. So again, if you, let's say, tap into that zone, come back up right now, tap into that area to then potentially create a lower low. Wait for the retracement back up. That's then your entry. You look for that area of supply to then take that momentum here, to then take the potential trade here coming back down. That's confirmation number one. Confirmation number two is pretty much waiting for an area of consolidation to happen. And the moment it breaks that range, you enter and you put your stop loss above the last high. That's pretty much the way to go here. That's the second confirmation you can take here. So, confirmation number one, supply and demand confirmation. Confirmation number two is stop order, right? Sell stop, buy stop, stop loss above that high rather than an area of supply or demand. Stop loss above that previous high or low after you break in a significant level. So there are two types of confirmation you can take here. Both of them are very nice. I tend to right now look more personally for the stop orders. So for the lower low, breaking structure, lower low, getting triggered into a position rather than waiting for it to retrace back up to then look for my trade setup. Because there are many, many times where I experienced that I missed out on a beautiful trade opportunity. So I tested out, I did 100 trades, I tested out 100 trades and I tested out if it was better for me to go look for a confirmation trade or to wait for a confirmation tapping into that area of supply and then, coming back up. It's not that I never take that. I took it yesterday. I took a GJ trade like that yesterday. But still, there are definitely multiple ways of entering a position when also looking at areas of supply and demand. So for gold, for example, in this case, we're looking for it to break this side. It can also be the other way around, right? Then we're putting the stop loss above the last low. That makes sense here. This is what we're looking for. We're looking to break the significant low here. Of course, we want it to align here with the dollar. Obviously, we want to make sure that that's definitely the case in terms of the Japanese yen. We will come back up and wait for the retracement in this case right here. That's confirmation number one. To come back up here and to tap into that zone and to then potentially move, filling up some of that inefficiency and to then continue to the downside for then GJ to roll down and to come back up here. So that's the second one right there. Okay, so gold, GJ, that's the other one. Let's go over a couple more. Let's see what we have. Let's do a top-down analysis here. Guys, if you can help me out by smashing out that like button, I'd highly appreciate this. The algorithms really need us to boost these likes here, because no likes means, you know, no video right there. So, thank you for the support here. I know it's hard sometimes, but yes. Let's do a top-down analysis. Let's go over I'm looking at your requests here. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. Okay, let's just do this one right there. Okay, let's go over. Let's do a top-down analysis here for the Canadian dollar against Swiss franc while we're waiting for our gold setup. Okay, we're gonna go over Canadian dollar against Swiss franc here. Okay, let's start here. Really, if you're gonna do a top-down analysis, we have to start really pretty much at the weekly here, because it's super important to understand what exactly is going on right now. So very interesting here. We have the fixed range volume profile. We tapped into the zone. This is the point of control here. I expect a bounce from that area, and look at that, beautiful. What are we doing? We're actually coming back down towards that zone here. We're seeing a reaction from this specific range. This is the point of control here. And the point of control is the area where the most volume has been traded. So in that whole week, pretty much this is a complete year right here. Okay? 1 year of volume right there. So we know exactly how accurate it is. So if there is the most volume traded at this particular level, that's why we use the fixed range volume profile. You can see and expect that there is a lot of support, potentially also resistance there if it was the other way around. So we are there, right? Now look at the lower time frame or lower time frame. Let's start looking at the 3 daily here. What do we see here? Well, we have, of course, an interesting zone here. We have a beautiful area of demand right there. So what happened? We tapped into that area of demand right now. Why do I think that this area of demand can potentially hold? Potentially, because we're moving up here. Let's look at gold real quick. Not yet, not yet, not yet. Let's keep a close eye on it, by the way. Let's put an alert here. There we go. So look at the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc here. This is exactly the bounce that you want to see here. Why? Because you have created a significant higher high. You took out all that liquidity underneath. You came back up massively. Created a significant higher high. Now taken out all that liquidity that was built up underneath this particular zone as well. So now we have taken out all of that. We tapped into that area. I think this is a perfect foundation here to start looking for long opportunities for the Canadian dollar against the Swiss franc. Okay? And the reason why, from a fundamental perspective, also, if you look at the interest rates, that's one thing. But the other thing is gold as well. Gold also have a big impact on potentially what can happen with the Swiss franc right there, right? So knowing that, very interesting, the fact that we have built up a lot of liquidity above this particular range here. And right now we are here. We want to break this level. This 0.70470. And the reason why this level is because that's gonna give us a 4-hour change of character right there. A beautiful break to the upside. Some people can already enter then. Some people can enter here putting the stop loss above this last low, or you wait for it to pull back to that low to then look for the trade setup to the upside here. So to then at least lower or higher risk to reward a little bit, because this is of course the weekly chart here, or the 3 daily. We are back at the 4-hour here. So that's what you're looking for. You're looking for it to come back up, targeting all of that liquidity that's built up above that range, imbalance there. And of course, understanding the fact that we already took out massive amount of liquidity underneath, and that we tapped into a very strong range, an area of consolidation. You guys know how it is. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It will always go back there. Okay? Consolidation. Expansion. Retracement after taking out all that liquidity. But this is a very beautiful zone. And I'm in the short term already bullish here. But this is what you want to see. You want to see that the liquidity is getting built up. You want to see that you are coming out. But you want to wait for a break. You do not want to enter here. Because you're still in a lower low, you're still in a downtrend. Everything is still relatively bearish, right? Yes, you have bounced from a 3 daily chart, fire consolidation, the point of control, highly confluential, but you want to wait for that break, because once you wait for that break, that shows, hey, this could be the difference you are actually, you know, waiting for. So all in all, my suggestion here is to wait for that to break 0.70470, and you will you will find something or create something very, very beautiful here. There's another one here that is also very interesting, the 0.69940, where we are right now already. So in terms of the lower time frame, you can start looking at a potential setup here already. But that's up to you. If you want to have a higher probability, then that's definitely the setup you are looking for right there. Okay. Hope that guys answered your question. Gold is still not there. We still not got our alert, so we're still waiting. GJ will come up at some point. We will see it coming up here. Motivate yourself. Are you in a trade? Yes, we are in a gold trade. Gold short news. We sold 50% of our position. Right now we're looking to re-enter gold into the other right direction. Once we are getting triggered in that other direction, we're going to close our position that we are in completely, and we're going to take a scalp to the upside. Alvigon is, when look at the news, how do you know which ones will have an high impact? Well, if you know that it's the dollar news, of course, it's related to dollar index pairs, right? And that's also gold. Gold is heavily inversely correlated to the dollar. We have GU. We have EU, right? All related to the dollar. So of course, these type of pairs are all correlated to the dollar, as well as the US dollar against Japanese yen, the US dollar USD CAD, you know? All these type of pairs you're looking for. I tempted to more look at the majority or the major pairs right now. You know, such as, you know, AU, EU, GU, gold. Jess Deville says, thank you. Really appreciate the depth of that explanation and confirming the point of control. Didn't use the indicator, just had to draw now manually with a rectangle. Yes, definitely, my man. And it really helps you also picking the right zones within that area of consolidation. Because you want to know exactly, of course, which particular candle you need to look for. And that definitely, the point of control will definitely help you identifying which particular candle you're actually looking for when looking at these particular zones right here. So you see that reaction already. You see already a 1 hour change, a 1 hour chunk getting created. So this could be the moment for the reversal. But most of the time what you see that you come up, you come down again, come up, you come down again, you start to consolidate, and then you make that up move here. So that's what most of the time happens. And especially on higher time frames. You know, double bottom, triple bottoms, kind of taking out the lost liquidity and then reverse to the upside to take their position here. So being patient is definitely something that you could go for. And yeah, absolutely, it's a fantastic tool. Absolutely incredible. Johnny says, need to go. Wish you all a great weekend. See you next week. Ciao, brother. Ciao, my man. Great trades we took yesterday, man. Beautiful. Because says, man, you're a dope. I hate Discord and I don't know how to use it, but I downloaded it because of you. Honestly, trust me, I didn't know anything about Discord as well. Literally anything. I really didn't know how good it was. Like, I really didn't know how good it was until I actually started to really, really experience it and trying to work things out. And once we started the Trading Academy 4 months ago, I was really baffled by what this Discord could do. Like, really. Discord is absolutely incredible. I never was a big fan of it either. But now I understand that the power relays with a community. A community is everything right here. The thing is with Discord, it started out as kind of a gaming kind of platform, right? And now you can kind of see it slowly turning into real communities that are building there. That's why I'm definitely still interested in Discord for a very long time, because I think Discord is definitely not done yet here with their growth. I think we're just getting started. GU, okay, let's go over GU. Let me know also on which time frame you're personally looking at, because different time frames, you know, show different opportunities here. GU on the 1 hour. Okay, let's have a look at GU on the 1 hour here. To be honest, I'm still looking for the continuation to the downside here after this massive expansion here. This is very interesting right now on the one. If you look at, if you're talking about the 1 hour, I think that you need to really have a close look on the dollar index as well. Gold's coming up here. We're gonna have a very close eye on gold here, by the way. So we're not forgetting. We're not gonna forget gold here. But yeah, let's go over the dollar then real quick as well. Yeah, I think there's a big chance that we can come back down as well right now again. So you see already the volume is decreasing. We took out all of that liquidity. It was just a massive liquidity sweep here on pretty much all the pairs. Cashing out on a Friday. Building up their position the whole week. Cashing out on a Friday. And that's it. The damage has been done right now. So this is what you can see on the dollar here. Cashing out. Liquidity, cashing out. All the charts. Pretty much where liquidity was built. And now it's slowly dying out here. Slowly dying out. So I think we're gonna come down here. I think that gold slowly will come up here. I think that GU potentially indeed then in that case potentially also will come up here slowly here. Japanese yen will also make that move here. That's why I believe that GJ can still wait a little bit. And I think that that's exactly the reason for GJ potentially. Same thing happened here. Tarek says, Lorenzo, is the merch out? If so, where can I buy it? Limitless merch is out, my man. Limitless merch is out. You will find more information in our Discord. I'm going to release it today. It's actually going way faster than I thought. But I am here and I'm not surprised. We are building truly the best community here. We're going to be here now regardless of the situation. Every single day except pretty much Saturday. Sunday is more of it's pretty much the weekly analysis. We're building it as well. So understand, I'm building the video series right now for our Discord, for our V2 members. We are trading live together. More of a laid-back trading style together live in Discord. I'm also then doing the streams on YouTube. Couple hours a day. Many things on my plate here. The vision is real. The vision is massive. So that requires hard work, consistent work. And that's the only way we can achieve things in life, guys. So yes. Gold is indeed trying to potentially come here. It is creeping up here. It is accumulating. Marcus, my man, thank you so much. Ronnie, what is everyone saying at the beginning? Let me know, brother. If I would do it for the money, then I would not definitely not be here. If I just want to have members and that's it. Because then I would charge you guys maybe $400 or $500 for it. For just a course and that's it. Not even being active, time, live trading. We have never missed a week of streaming since I started. Every single day, 4 days a week. On the other hand, Ronnie, you have to understand also that people, you know, they put in so much time and effort to help people. Some people only want to take. Some people that are watching, and I've experienced myself, right? I started out as well, and I realized there are a lot of people, they just want to take. They just want to, you know, and they get angry at you if you don't deliver or if you don't, like, you know, provide them the free value they want to take. They don't want to give, they want to take. They just come, take, boom, and that's it. That's the way it works. On the other hand, I completely understand what you're saying as well. Because Forex has kind of a bad name. I realized that too before I stepped into this game here. That it's that Forex by itself has a very bad name in terms of all the people that are just, you know, trying to fake it here. Hella scammers. What are you doing this weekend? I'm working for you guys, building these series, building these videos. Preparing for next week. I do like the euro. I do like the euro here. The euro cut that we were looking at here. Francis, my man, how many years do you trade? Did you start as a retail trader before SMC? Just a quick trading journey of yours would be nice to hear. Yes, definitely, my man. I started out as a retail trader. Made all the mistakes in the world. Literally all the mistakes in the world. I made so many trading mistakes. I went through everything. And the last, you know, since 2017 pretty much, since crypto. I started out in crypto as well. And the first time I really came in touch with technical analysis was the end of 2017. That's where the journey started. On and off, constantly, on and off, on and off, on and off. Until the last 3 years, I really decided to fully commit to this. And that is what I have been doing ever since. So in total, 5-6 years. Fully committed, 3 years straight. And I'm talking about 20 hours, like waking up. Charts, going to bed, in bed, charts, on my laptop, charts, on my phone, charts, The only thing I was looking at is charts. That's it. If not charts, YouTube videos, watching other charts. So it's only charts for me. In the last 3 years, I could dream candles. I started out technically from a technical side more with more indicators. I started with more indicators. Pretty much the RSI, divergence, EMAs, and so on and so on. Trying to try a bunch of indicator strategies. That RSI divergence with the EMA strategy worked, right? Worked very well, but it was boring. I didn't knew enough or learned enough about the actual psychology of the market. That's why I'm waiting right now. That's why I'm intrigued by SMC. Not just because, you know, of that whole thing around the SMC and stuff and institutional trading, but just because I started to really learn more about technical side of the understanding of the psychology of the market. And that's why I am majority using this right now still, because I understand why things happen. I understand why price moves that way. And that is what I missed with all of these other strategies out. All of these retail strategies, you know, trend line, this, that, which can work. Any strategy can work. But the reason why I use this one is because I understand why things happen. And that is the biggest lesson for me. However, right now we're at a stage where we created multiple hybrid strategies. So still use SMC, but not traditionally, right? Not only, you know, standard, higher risk reward, 5, 6, 7, 10 hour setups, you know, trying to catch these on the one minute, going for 20R setups and so on. No, understanding that, you know, we're trying to just don't have to go for these higher risk reward trades anymore. And that you can get really consistent profits while preserving your capital at all costs here. But that's pretty much the story, how I technically started. There are way more things to take consideration here. If you want to know more, I also did an interview with Trading Nut. Actually, when I only had 4K subscribers a couple months ago. When I just started out also. Where I go a little bit deeper as well. So you can find it. I did an interview there. Okay, we're making moves. Japanese yen makes move. The euro starts to come down here. Volume is getting less. I have to say that. Volume is getting less right now. Lorenzo, what would you say was your flaw when starting to trade that you changed to improve your trading? My biggest flaw was greed. By far, my biggest flaw was definitely greed. Whenever I was in profit, I didn't take profits. Whenever I was in a loss, I didn't cut my loss. It was just always the opposite right here. And at some point, I was so angry at myself and so annoyed that I was like, it was really, really pissing me off. So at that moment, I kind of created and I lost some money again. And at some point, it was not even that much money I lost. But it was, again, just the disappointment of myself that I just could not commit to that strategy. I wanted to follow a strategy, but then I, you know, traded zombie mode again. And I started to do something else. And then again, I started to not follow my plan. And I started to make mistakes. And at some point, I was not even losing that much money. But at some point, I was so angry at myself. I had my lows. I had to take care of my family. I had a lot of things on my plate. I had to make money. There was only one way. Make it happen. And luckily, the crypto run came at that moment. And that gave me a massive boost here. But hey, crypto is not everything as well. But there was no plan B for me. I had my low. And the only way I was succeeded in trading crypto is very hard as well. Like actually technical trading, right? Not just investing and waiting for it to 10x. No, actual trading. in the end, it's very important that you stick to your trading plan. And it seems easy, it sounds easy, but it's the hardest thing to do. That's why what we're doing in the community is to trade live together. Trading can be a very lonely thing as well. If you want to become a good trader, you have to spend so much time on your laptop, on your charts. You will isolate yourself from your friends, from other people around you. It's not that you want it, but you need to make it happen. Why? And by making it happen, right? Constantly something happens. The market is doing something. The market doesn't stop if you are hanging out with your friends. The market continues. If then something happens in the market that you don't want to miss out on, you know, it's going to have an effect there. So trading can be a very lonely job. And I think that's why I wanted to build the community, because I know it will help us be more, stay sharp. That's why I want to actually use and leverage also the voice chat a lot in the Discord, because I know that the voice chat itself is actually so powerful, because people are coming together, analyzing charts, asking, helping each other out. You're not alone anymore. And that's the true beauty. Okay, all that, you know, trying to get signals, which is good, which is fine. All these beautiful setups and so on, and all the money that we make as well. Yesterday we had a beautiful trade and so on and so on. It's nice. But the core essence is being together with people you like, and to trade and share interest with these people you like, and always stay sharp, because they always give you direct feedback. And that feedback is what you need to grow, to improve, and to become a better trader. That's why I wish that I was involved in communities as well. I was not involved in communities. That's a mistake I made. But hey, it's not easy to find the right community. And that's why I hope that I can provide that community for you. And I think that's the reason that we have grown so fast, and it speaks for themselves. That we have 5,000 members in our community in like 4 months, right? And it's not that 5,000 members are active all the time right now. Understand, it's not 5,000 active members, no. But the core is extremely strong. And we're friends, we're building relationships, we're building something very, very beautiful here. So with that said, guys, I'm going to close out for today. The reason why is also because of the, you know, the news is already done. The volume is massively decreasing. Friday is incoming. You know, we are looking at a couple of setups. I'm going to share these setups right now in our Discord. I'm going to put them in the Manta charts for you. You can watch them right here in the Manta charts. On a Sunday or Monday, I think Sunday, I will drop the weekly analysis here, where I look at particular setups in the market. For example, last week, the Euro Australian dollar played out, the USD CAD played out. On average, 4-to-1. So if you invest 1%, you made 4% just by looking at the weekly analysis here. Okay, this is all besides all the other things that we're doing, but I think this is a very good foundation for you. And, you know, it saves you a lot of headache whenever you look and do your research in the weekend. You know, just know that you can watch the weekly analysis to know what to expect here for next week. All right. In the meantime, I'm still on my mind. GJ is still on my mind. I'm going to potentially head in Discord here. I'm looking potentially at this trade here, coming back down into the zone when the Japanese yen will come up. GJ comes down, taps into that area of demand. GJ or Japanese yen taps into that area of supply here to potentially then reverse here. For the euro against the Canadian dollar, if we break this low here, I'm going to make a screenshot of it, by the way. I will share this. I'm actually going to reopen my mentor scalp channel for these type of scalps here. If you want to know more about the scalping strategy, I also have a fair value gap scalping hybrid strategy YouTube video. You can find exactly what I do here. But pretty much if you break this low, we're going to enter. We're putting our stop loss above. Pretty much we will enter at around 1.408. Stop loss at 1.41128. And then going for a 1-to-1 here until that imbalance there is filled. That's the euro cut. Looks very clean. GJ. Looks like a longer trade. Canadian dollar Swiss franc, we talked about it. You can look it up. It will take a little bit more time, but it's a very, very strong higher time frame area of demand right now. And of course, gold potentially also when we break that high, filling up some of that inefficiency. If, of course, the dollar decides to come back down to fill up this inefficiency, which I would not be surprised of if that would happen here. So guys, thank you so much. Much love for all the support. I know we're growing. I know we are, you know, trying to evolve here every single day. I'm gonna be here, of course, next week again. Gonna be amazing. 4 days a week, starting at Tuesday. We're gonna be in Discord a lot as well. Still working this weekend on our content, community-related content right there. I wish you all a massive, massive weekend, amazing weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your time with some family or something, with your friends or something. This is the time to relax, to take some time off here. Monday, we're gonna get back to work. Today, the news was exactly what we wanted to see. Bullish, taking out all of that liquidity. And that's exactly what happened here. So much love, guys. Take care. Love you all. Thank you for the support on a regular basis. We are growing every single day. And we will take over. Ciao, ciao. Thank you.